Hey guys, today I'm going to do a little test to find out my brain type. This isn't just some flimsy test, though. I actually read about this in New Scientist, and I think it's somehow affiliated with the University of Cambridge. They have a little stamp at the top left of the corner, anyways. And the name of this website, if you want to do it, it's free. It's called yourbraintype.com. So let's get started to find out my brain type. Somebody once commented saying something that they seem, based on my YouTube videos, that I seem autistic. Let's find out. I think the article was about autism and things like that. I don't think I'm autistic, but who knows? Consent form, blah, 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 etc. Okay, I'm not going to read this. Maybe this is part of the test. Has the test already started? If you don't read the consent form. Instructions. You will now be presented with 20 statements. Please rate how much you agree or disagree with each statement's. Oh, there's a space here. I'm kind of doubtful of this website all of a sudden. They can't even proofread there. Maybe this is part of the test too, to catch this. You can catch these little errors. Statements a description of you. It's kind of for Italian. So racist. I am good at predicting how someone will feel. I'm gonna strongly agree. Like Nostradamus. Other people tell me I am good at understanding how they are feeling and what they are thinking. I'm gonna slightly disagree. It is hard for me to see why some things upset people so much. I'm gonna strongly disagree. I can usually. Actually, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna change that to slightly disagree. I can easily work out what another person might want to talk about. I'm going to slightly disagree. I can't always see why someone should have been offended by a remark. I can usually. I'm going to strongly disagree because I'm usually very. I think I'm pretty polite and I can kind of understand why people. I can actually, yeah, I can usually catch the tone of how things are. And what I'm kind of, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I can tune into how someone feels rapidly and intuitively. I would agree. I would agree with that. Other people often say that I am insensitive, though I don't always see why. Because I'm so insensitive. I'm going to slightly disagree. In a conversation, I tend to focus on my own thoughts rather than on what my listener might be thinking. I think I sometimes, yeah, I can do that. I'm so autistic. Friends usually talk to me about their problems as they say that I am very understanding. I don't think anyone's ever said I'm very understanding. I'm going to slightly disagree with that. I find it hard to know what to do in a social situation. I'm going to strongly disagree. I usually know what to do. When I learn about a new category, I like to go into detail to understand the small differences between different members of that category. What? I feel like we suddenly changed into a totally different land of, when I learn about a new category, okay, I like to go into detail, understand this much. I think I understand what they're saying, and I think this is related to systemic thinking. I'm kind of inferring things from the article too, but I'm trying to actually give my real opinion. When I'm in a plane, I do not think about the aerodynamics. I sometimes think about the aerodynamics. I'm interested in knowing the path a river takes from its source to the sea. What? Vaguely interested, I guess. It's not like I gotta know how it gets to the sea. When traveling by train, I wonder exactly how the rail networks are coordinated. No, I would say I slightly disagree. I don't usually care. When I hear the weather forecast, I don't hear the weather forecast. I am not very interested in the meteorological patterns. That's interesting. Because I am interested in the weather forecast, but I guess I'm not. I tend to never look at those maps of the clouds and the pressure systems. And whenever I watched that on the news, it would always be really boring. So I'm going to slightly disagree. Oh wait, I'm not very interested, so I'm going to slightly agree. I enjoy looking through catalogs of products to see the details of each product and how it compares to others. First off, what's a catalog? Everything's online now. I'm trying to remember when there were catalogs, but even nowadays, I guess online, I'm going to transfer this to the online world. I compare things when I buy stuff. I want to know like the exact differences, so I'm going to agree. I'm going to strongly agree. Because if I buy a new piano, I want to know every slight difference. If I buy a new computer or something, yeah. When I look at a mountain, I think about how precisely it was formed. No, I'm going to slightly disagree. I don't usually think about that. When I look at a piece of furniture, I do not notice the details of how it was constructed. Yeah, I'm going to slightly agree. I don't usually notice that. When I learn a language, I become intrigued by its grammatical rules. I like language learning a lot, so grammatical rules, though, I don't know if I'm intrigued by them. It's almost like I know I got to learn them, so I'm going to slightly agree, but I don't think I'm intrigued like, ooh, new grammatical rule. When I listen to a piece of music, I always notice the way it's constructed. I would say slightly agree, because yeah. Oh, my results. Your empathy score, 10. So I'm average. Most males score 4 to 15. If you score 0 to 4, you're low on empathy. If you score 16 to 20, you're an empathy master. Your systemizing score, 7. So again, I'm average. I'm so average. My brain's just, I'm type B. Does that mean type B personality, or does it just mean like type B? So what is 30% are classified as type B for balanced. Their EQ. Okay, so I'm normal. What are brain types? Most brain types. Your brain, blah blah blah. Make this larger. Empathy is the ability, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. That's all I get. That wasn't very exciting. What are more brief tests? Let's see what brief tests. If these are brief, I may do another one, because I feel like I've not learned much about my brain. Autistic traits, musical. I'm going to look at my musical habits. Our team has shown there's a link between brain types and musical listening behaviors and habits. What? I have to, this is just it's like an upsell. Okay, fuck this, I'm done. If you did this test, tell me your results. Are you empathic? Are you, whatever the other one is, systematic? Tell me in the comments below. I'm curious about your brain. I'm curious to know if I have a trend among my viewers in their brain types. I want to tailor my videos to the brains out there in the network.